and welcome to the Smark Tank. I am Shannon Epstein alongside the wondrous one, Bob Black.
Yeah, baby.
God damn, I can't believe I'm talking like this now.
Well, we're back in the 80s, so it's okay to
Who
talk
am I
like
talking like? That guy from the Muppets, right? The
Yeah.
keyboard player.
No, you're talking like you talking
The
like,
crazy taxi guy.
You're talking like
I don't know who I'm talking
like
like.
Dusty Rhodes if he hung out in like jazz bars. Like the Dusty boy.
Dusty is the American whip, baby. The American
He's
dream.
the American dream, and
Oh, yeah.
he also likes to listen to
I'm
Duke
trying to
Ellington.
honor my boy Cody Rhodes right now.
I also like to listen to the John Coltrane, and all those really good musicians back in
Oh, yeah, God.
back in the
John Coltrane, baby.
Yeah, that's definitely
Driving that train,
that's not John
high
Coltrane.
on
I'm
cocaine.
fairly certain that's not John Coltrane.
Casey Jones, you better. That's the Grateful Dead
That's
for the youngins who don't know what that
that's
is.
definitely Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Saw a documentary on Eric Clapton this week. Yeah, he was an asshole.
Eric Clapton?
Oh, he's a gigantic asshole.
Wow. I didn't expect to hear that today. Like, I expected many things.
I mean,
Just not Eric Clapton was an asshole. That's news.
The drug addict. So
Yeah,
I mean,
well.
that kind of comes with the territory. you know.
Gotta turn my volume up so
Yeah.
the peoples at home can hear me.
So he was kind of a dick. You know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that your hero?
No,
It's not?
it's not. It's just he hung out with the Grateful Dead, and that just kind of like sprung it into my mind.
You know, I didn't know he hung out with the dead.
I mean,
but I don't know a lot of things about the 60s and 70s.
I mean, he was like
So-
they were like of the same time. So
Sure.
he's hanging out.
I like drugs. You like drugs, man. Let's hang out, baby.
I mean, he was hanging out with Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. So they were all hanging out together.
Yeah, come on.
Doing drugs. Doing drugs.
We're not a wrestling podcast now. Now we're just going to talk about music and shit.
We're just gonna talk about drugs.
Drugs and music, baby.
So
That's all that's left for you in 2019. Welcome to the new year.
love drugs. No,
Yeah, so let's talk about wrestling, actually.
Sure.
I think that's what the fan tunes in for.
sure.
So, AEW. That's it.
The thing happened.
That's all that there is to discuss, because
Jericho signed.
I don't care about much of what has happened, except for the fact that Sasha Banks is
That's
in a
cool.
title shot. That's cool.
That's cool.
And then you told me that Piper Niven was snubbed.
No, was not snubbed. She snubbed AEW.
There you go. I'm getting it
wasn't
all
snubbed.
messed up.
Yeah, she snubbed AEW. She was like, "Fuck you guys. I'm going to WWE. I'm
But
gonna get
you know
that
what?
sweet
That's
money."
her prerogative. That WWE, like, look, just because there's an AEW doesn't mean that there was never a WWE.
Sure.
Okay. WWE is still the most powerful player in the game, hands down.
Oh yeah.
You can't tear down Rome overnight. It's gonna
Well,
take
yeah.
a lot. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you want to be real, people who are gonna get hit the hardest is probably gonna be Impact. Impact's gonna get hit really, really hard. Like they're gonna win. They're the ones who are gonna feel the crunch from AEW, because like AEW is like really a direct competitor for Impact. They're not a direct competitor for WWE just yet.
no, not at all.
Because they don't have
Not in
enough,
the slightest.
They don't have
yeah.
enough talent or clout, really.
Well, I mean, Impact has this like really cool, hardcore, edgy thing going for them
Sure.
right now, and like really amazing wrestling matches. Like you
Sure.
see it all the time, and they've got a pretty fucking decent and deep talent roster.
Yeah, they do.
And so does AEW at this point. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's just gonna be like, all right, look, AEW isn't even out yet, so
No.
like they've just got a lot of buzz right now.
They do, but they've also got Neville and they got
Jericho.
So, and
That's enough star. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Impact was trying really hard to get Jericho. Don Callis was trying to get his boy from Winnipeg.
He was also trying to get Neville, who like refused to do anything else in the States. He was happy in Japan, and he was like, "All right, I'll come back and
For you guys,
yeah,
for the old members of the Bullet Club,
to
the trash talking elite."
to really piss off Vince and Co. Yeah, I'll do that. Sure, fuck yes.
Well, yeah, Vince is like, it's not like Vince is turning around people with Impact shirts.
No.
He's turning away people with AEW shirts.
Oh yeah,
Because he is really butthurt that Cody and the Bucks and Kenny
Mm-hmm.
were just like,
Nope.
We're betting on ourselves this year, Vince. Talk to us in like 2 years when we'll see where AEW goes.
Sure.
AEW might be a steaming pile of fucking garbage fire.
It could be. I mean, hopefully, I wish them the best. So
I don't wish any wrestling promotion be a steaming pile of garbage fire.
Yeah.
It's just that's what is presented to me weekly from the most popular brand is a steaming pile of garbage fire.
Generally speaking.
I mean, it's not like you don't have a fucking talent roster, and it's not like you don't know what to do. You obviously know what to do. There's a brand called NXT, which is fucking hot fire.
It's true.
That shit is dope as fuck.
It's been doing well.
It has consistently, for the last 3 years, been a great product that is buried within a brand of shit.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So, I don't even know what else to say anymore about I've been saying this. It's not news. I'm on record as saying NXT is great. SmackDown and Raw need a lot of work.
I mean...
And it's only because there's the crippling control of this guy.
I mean, I don't understand how he still is so...
He's so involved, and he's not helping. Yeah. That's the problem, I mean, I
don't get it.
And, the fact that you're alienating fans, because, they're still buying a ticket to your product, right? They're still coming to your show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if it says AEW on it, it's not like they're coming there to fucking give them free advertisement. It's just they are a fucking passionate wrestling fan, and they want everybody else to know that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you turn away guys with CCW shirts?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Any fucking brand. It's just it's the same thing as well, why are we building, why are we building a border on the south when we also have unprotected borders on the left and the right and the north? You know what I mean? Oh man, the Canadians could come in at any time.
I mean, they do come in at any time.
Yeah. Oh shit,
They do. They come in all the time.
Those pesky Hawaiians who Trump probably doesn't even realize is a state.
And no one says anything about these Canucks coming down across the northern border, bringing maple syrup. We don't
trying to spread their hippie joy.
It's a hippie joy. Devaluing our syrup. People don't talk about this enough. All right. I get really passionate about immigration reform on the northern border.
I'm just saying, it's it's the same shit. It's a form of racism at this point. It's okay, cool. We don't like you because you've got $6 billion in your bank account versus Impact, who probably couldn't even rub $2 million together. You know what I mean, or whatever. Maybe I'm being really really low estimate of the company. I don't
sure,
but I'm saying I know that the guy who owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's got $6 billion in his coffers.
Tony Khan, yeah.
So Vince and the company collectively don't even have two.
I mean, Tony Khan has a lot of money, but I don't know if he has a lot of money on hand, but he definitely has enough money to pay out stuff.
Here's the thing: if they can secure a TV deal and get that social media machine going, and I'm talking really set up, oiled, giving the WWE treatment where you're giving fans a taste but not giving it away.
Sure. And
then having a service to sell, I think they'll have pretty big competition for WWE.
I mean, I'm interested to see what the format is going to look like. What they're going to do.
How are they going to draw me in? Is it just going to be Cody and the Bucks coming out talking week after week how great they are and how elite they are? We'll see. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. They know how to do wrestling. It's in their blood, man.
It's gonna be interesting.
They capture my attention on being the elite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they're really good.
Pretty fucking. Yeah. They can deliver stories. It was kind of fun when Kenny and Cody were feuding and
sure,
and then they made friends because it was awkward at the dinner table. It was kind of a funny.
Yeah, no,
it was a funny story.
Yeah, it was a good story, and it was.
And then Cody went from face to heel to face to heel to face again to I don't know where he is.
I don't know where he is now.
Yeah.
He's
interesting.
I consider him almost perma heel. He's always heel to me, but that's.
But he's a heel who cares about the fans. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
Don't know.
That's
yeah,
fucking fine.
It's weird. It's weird.
You know why he can't really be a heel, and I'll tell you why. Because he bets on himself too much, and only people can respect that. I can only respect that coming from being a human who needs to worry about themselves.
He's a Flair heel. He's like a Ric Flair type heel, where he's like, I'm the greatest of all time, baby. Woo! And, you're like, yeah, this guy's a dick, but I like him. Yeah. And you're like,
yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I like that he thinks he's the best. That's great. It makes me think I'm the best too.
They're already kind of laying the foundation where it's like, okay, well, who's going to be the AEW champion? Hangman Page is going after it. Obviously, Cody's going to go after it.
Neville's
Neville. Oh man,
yeah,
Neville's challenge. Yeah. And then they said wins and losses are gonna matter.
Sure.
There's gonna be maybe a ranking system.
Joey Janela said he's joining over, I do believe.
I saw him live at what is it, an ICW show or something like that. That was fucking cool. I didn't he's killing it, Joey Janela.
Yeah, so he's coming over. They've got some talent there. We'll see how
it's not even the beginning. It's not even day one, and they're already generating a lot of buzz. Vince McMahon is, crapping his bloomers over there.
We'll see. I don't know if he's crapping his bloomers.
Well, then why would you turn away people with AEW shirts? That makes no sense.
I think that's just a knee-jerk reaction from him. He also moved Jericho to the alumni right away and took Jericho off of all promotional.
Yeah, because he's pissed, Yeah. But, here's the thing. If I'm Jericho and I come to Vince McMahon, who's my friend, and I say, look, I've got this Rock and Rager cruise and I need your help and I'm coming to you first. I want this is my vision. Can you help me with this? And then he's like, no. Okay, well, fuck you too then.
Yeah, no. I get it.
All the fucking years and time and bullshit he's given McMahon.
Yeah, no. I get it.
Sorry.
I understand why he did. I understand his reasons. I just think that it's more of a knee-jerk Vince thing rather than he's shitting his pants. It's
no. Well, he's initially angry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But eventually, it's only going to make his product better. To be honest with you,
hopefully,
to have more eyes on other products just uplifts the wrestling industry as a whole. And they've had such a stranglehold on the industry for over a decade now that it's been nothing but Vince McMahon on autopilot. He hasn't had to try.
No, he hasn't. That's
so.
Yeah.
What do you expect? You know what I mean? And
that's true. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like even if this was WCW, okay, and WCW bought WWE,
right?
Okay, it was the worst of times, and it was the opposite.
Sure.
It'd be the same shit over there.
It would be. Yeah, I agree. Probably.
The only reason the Attitude Era was so good was because you had people competing with each other for ratings and for the supremacy and to get the coolest, edgiest, top-notch product. And that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I don't want to see Vince McMahon saying, okay, well, I'm going to go to Saudi Arabia because I've already made this deal. I want him to really fucking think about it next time around. And if there's an AEW around and they're not going to Saudi Arabia and they can call him out on that, and he could be like, well, look, we're not going to fucking Saudi Arabia and supporting murderers like Vince McMahon is. Well, here you go.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Because now he can call out the brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And TNA Impact, they're not trying to call out brands anymore. They're just trying to keep to their side of the street.
Well, because
they learned their lesson.
Yeah, they tried and they failed.
They failed miserably.
Yeah.
And Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan really took them for a loop.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Kurt Angle was right. He was like, look, we're good where we're at.
Right.
Ratings have never been higher. Things have never been better. Let's give the WWE audience, let's keep building. And they were like, no, let's compete. And it's like, nope. That's when you heard TNA was shit. After that,
yeah,
shortly after that, it was like, oh man, the ratings are declining. They've stretched themselves too thin, and now that was it.
I mean,
that's the facts.
It was one of the many things that went wrong in TNA, really. I mean,
absolutely, yeah.
Besides them,
and then also trying to get main event level talent like Kevin Nash and Booker T and Sting and all these people who are like probably not worth what they were paying them, because look who the stars are right now.
I mean, it's not even
who's the fucking two top main eventers on SmackDown?
AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan.
Exactly. Yeah. And who were the fucking people who were basically running the X division? I'm not gonna say Daniel Bryan,
but
Daniel
AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, yeah. There's
Loki,
Eric Young,
Ron Killings,
yeah.
Who's fucking R-Truth,
yep.
Who's fucking just nothing over there.
Sure.
Just being treated like a fucking joke.
He's getting paid.
He's getting paid. He's happy. But I'm saying, like, the integrity of your character, I feel after a while should matter to you.
I agree.
You know?
Here's my thing.
And then they're also saying we're going to make you employees at AEW. We're not going to treat you as independent contractors.
Well, that's fantastic. So
that means you can be a person who takes a sick fucking day.
You can have a stable
You can
life.
fucking have a retirement.
Yep. Which is good. It's great.
Wow. Someone who values employees? What kind of shit is that? I thought we were living in the industrial era of the 1800s where everybody's a fucking freelancer. And, who's on the docks today? Oh, we can't take you. You have a bandage around your hand. That means you'll be slower. You can't lift the boxes quick enough.
Well, that's where we're going right now. But,
yeah, I know, but this is not where we should be going. We're going that way because of our political system and current climate.
Sure.
And we the people are saying no, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Cody Rhodes saying that they're going to pay their workers fairly,
as you should. I mean, but like I said, the biggest
there's no divide between sex as well. Women will be paid as much as the men,
as they should.
Sure, I like that. I don't know what that really entails. I know that they clarified it.
Sure. Yeah.
I saw that they clarified it, but I didn't actually read that article.
Yeah.
But look, here's the thing, okay? Not everybody can be paid the same. Because if everybody gets paid like Steve Austin, there's always going to be another person like the WWE who will pay Steve Austin more to come over there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? The top selling,
top earning. Yeah. No.
So whatever. you have to pay people differently. I understand that, but I'm saying like they're gonna. I like the idea at the very least. I don't know what it means, but I like the idea of it.
I think the idea is having a standard as saying this is what our standard is.
Okay, so if you're top. If your top guy, your main eventer is getting paid $6 million, then your main event woman is getting paid $6 million. Okay, maybe I don't know.
Having a standard,
if that's what it is, then fine. I like that.
Yeah, having a standard meaning like this is the standard. This is how we justify how we pay people. This is how you get paid.
Listen, you're getting a raise because he's making that much, so you got to be making that much. All right, fuck it. Sure, I'm cool with that. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's not my money. If I was running a company, I'd be like, look, man, I can give you 2 cents on the dollar because I got no budget. So
I have no money. I mean, like I said before, it's going to be interesting to see how they recruit talent once they start.
Right.
Particularly the homegrown talent, because that's always, to me, the litmus test of like any organization. You know, particularly wrestling organization. It's not about like, because right now they're in signing mode. They're just like,
they're just buzz creating mode, but they need to get.
But like it's more about like, what's your farm system like? How do you bring young talent into your system, or young talent into your company?
Oh, you're saying are they going to make a developmental?
Well, they need to have a developmental,
sure,
because that's
if they're going to be WWE, yes, you need to have.
I mean, because that's what really killed TNA. Besides the fact that they wanted to compete. The fact that they were wanting.
There was no power plant.
No,
like WCW.
No, it wasn't even. There was no power plant. It said like
even ECW had a developmental. They had like the dojo or something like that.
TNA had developmental.
Okay,
you know, like who do you think the X Division was? It was their younger talent who was coming up and making their
right. But then when they were ready for main event, they snubbed them, and that's where they went wrong.
And that's an indictment of their developmental system. They develop, and that's the problem that you're kind of seeing in WWE right now, where it's like
they're stepping on. Like look who you got. You've got Velveteen Dream is homegrown talent, arguably their most over guy.
Yeah, and they step on them, and it's like
and like when they actually try to bring them up, like Alex Rose was really hot. They didn't do everything in their power to make him a star. They did everything in their power to make it more jokey and more hokey.
Yeah.
And something that would eventually be a jobber.
Yeah,
I think Elias was a sleeper hit, even for me.
I think they just had him lose to Corbin this week, so I have no idea what they're doing with him.
Corbin is also another one who like they want to be popular, but they're messing him up. I think.
Yeah, they're fucking him up. They're fucking up a lot of people. You know, Balor came in.
I think at this point, when he was like the acting GM, he should have had a title run.
Probably
already. He should have actually gotten the title because of the GM role.
Sure.
and been very dastardly and very opportunistic. He was supposed to be a monotone edge.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what he is.
So
he's a lone wolf, you know. Yeah, sure. You know, so why not have him do that? Who else came in hot and they just didn't do anything with? Tyler Breeze came in hot, didn't do anything with.
So hot. Yeah, man.
Who else? So many. They're just like so much.
He had a match with Kyushin Thunder Liger. You know what I mean?
I mean, the couple people they did something that came up from actually they did something with, or like you can count on like one hand, really, the Shield.
Right.
You know, and then
well, the Shield they gave him a slow build.
Yeah. They
were just like lackeys for a while, and then eventually they started really taking their own brand.
Sure.
You know.
I mean, and then you also have Xavier Woods from the New Day.
But he came
in.
But
he also kind of just built his own brand, really.
Right, that's the thing. He came in and he was like, "Yo, please let me do it like this.
Yeah.
Don't let me be a gospel thing because it's boring. Let me take the gospel idea and not say Jesus, but the power of positivity.
Sure. And
it'll sound gospel, but it won't be. And then let me annoy them. And then he just kept coming up with ideas. Let me bring this fucking horn out. Let me be stupid.
Yeah.
You know, let me fucking make them hate me with my stupidity. And, you know, and eventually they just were like top selling merch guys now.
Yeah, because they got over it. And, you know, it's like, who else? For the female division, really, you got really Charlotte and Alexa.
Well, they love Charlotte because she's a Flair, you know. So
and like that's really it, you know. As far as like people that they called up and like they really really pushed to the moon,
right?
You know, like they called up Bobby Roode and now he's I guess tag team champion. That's great. Took him a year and a half to get there, you know.
It was sad because he had Ric Flair's gimmick.
Yeah, and he was super hot. He was super hot, and they didn't know Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh man,
they brought him up, and then they just completely kind of just like, oh, let's just step on him.
Well, I feel like that's Kevin Dunn. I feel like every time something goes wrong, it's Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon shitting on people. Yeah. Like, oh, what's wrong with his accent? Oh, what's with that hair?
Yeah.
Why is he dressed like Michael Jackson and he's Japanese? I don't understand this. And it's the same shit they did with Becky.
Yeah, it wasn't until Becky.
And then Becky's just like, I'm gonna just talk shit now. Yeah, let's see what everybody likes.
Becky was like, I'm gonna turn heel. Can I turn heel? And they were like, finally, they're like, you know what? Why not?
Whatever. We're not going to do anything with you anyway.
Yeah, we have Ronda now. We don't really need you as a face. Sure, turn heel. And she was like, okay, great. She turns heel, and people were like, this is fucking awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
And then they were like, oh shit, wait, people like this? Why do people?
What's wrong with her accent though? I mean, all right, whatever, fine. They're gravitating. Wait, people don't really care about accents.
You guys like this shit? What the fuck, guys? Guys, you're supposed to.
We thought we knew what you wanted.
Yeah, you know.
That's the problem. They always think they know what we want.
It's like when Shinsuke turned heel, people were like, "This shit is awesome." Yes, thank you.
You know what they said that we all unanimously agreed upon? They were like, "Hey, let's make Brock Lesnar champ again." And we were like, "Yeah."
And
no, we weren't.
No
yeah, you're right. We weren't. We never said let's give Brock another run. Everybody said Drew McIntyre. This is the time.
Sure. Put the strap on.
Start building up new, fresh talent.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Braun Strowman. Yeah, we'll be okay with Braun. That's fine. Yep. Nope. Injured. Can't do it.
Nope.
So you got one option, right? Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre would be a good option.
He's a fucking great heel. He's a great face.
Yep.
He's a great whatever you want him to be. Because all he'll do is come out there and say, "Don't talk the game. Play it. Get in the ring and try to beat me."
I mean, realistically, at this point, Strowman's injured, so we know he's not getting the strap at Rumble.
No.
Right? So that means whoever...
Another 6 months of Lesnar.
Yeah.
Until Mania.
So it's like, who is taking the strap from this guy? You know, like someone needs to take the strap from him.
It's so boring on Raw.
Yeah.
And
someone needs to get it off.
I don't watch Raw because it's a sport, and I'm like, oh man, I wonder who's going to beat the champion. It's like, you've got Lashley even. You know, like, why are you letting him waste away in the mid card?
Yes.
And having him feud with Seth Rollins. Like, I don't understand this.
Like, Lashley should have been taking that strap off of him. Anyone, just take it off of
the one thing they got right was they were like, all right, we're going to give Sasha a chance. Like, that was pretty good. Fucking out of left field after you completely character assassinated her,
destroyed her, stepped on her as much as you possibly can. Her and Bailey. You know, it's just like, what are you guys doing? Why do you? The Iconics are now just stepped on. They're just kind of there. The one group that they
that's another one they stepped on.
Yeah,
they were like, all right, we're gonna just let them be
the
Riot
Squad. The Riot Squad they tried to step on. And then somehow they're just like Ruby Riot's so good, and Liv Morgan and how am I forgetting her name?
Sarah
Logan are just like such good heels at this point that they've somehow managed to circumvent it.
Right.
They like they've tried to step on them so hard, and like they still are still viable, and like if they wanted to like have, Ruby Riott get a title run after they've gotten over their fucking love affair with Ronda Rousey, it wouldn't be weird. It'd be actually really cool, because then you'd have like a heel female faction to run the brand. Like you could give Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan the women's tag titles, and then suddenly you have like a female NWO sort of deal going on, where it's like 3 women who like actually can hold their own, and like that's not something you get a lot anymore because you guys step on it all the time.
You're right.
So it's like, and those are people that they've called up. Those are people who like fucking Saturday. What the fuck?
Where did they go? They're being
fuck,
paid to stay at home.
The fuck was the point of calling them up if you're just gonna have them come on TV? Like,
I wonder if these people who are staying at home, like you saw Zack Ryder on Raw this week or whatever, right?
Yeah,
he was just like holding somebody back or whatever.
Yeah.
Does he get paid? Did they call him and like, hey, we want you on TV this week? And then he gets like all excited.
I don't know.
And then he comes down. Or has he been there every week?
He might have been there
this
every week.
year.
I feel he possibly,
because he wasn't even given the live dates. He wasn't even wrestling on the house shows. Like
it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing with all these guys? They're just sitting there.
Quit.
Yeah,
Stop.
Get out.
Here's the thing, like. If I'm these people, I'm quitting. I'm going to fucking AEW.
Get the fuck out and go to AEW, man. Just go. Like
go.
Get the fuck out, man.
Get out of here, dude. Get out of this fucking incessant pool of shit.
Yeah, they're stepping on people, and it fucking sucks. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, Zack Ryder should is one of the many people who should leave.
So Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins should leave. Go eat. Actually, Kurt Hawkins. You know what? Kurt Hawkins is getting paid, and he has a gimmick. He actually shows up on TV.
I actually thought of a good Kurt Hawkins storyline today. I was like, what if they do like a reverse push with him, but like the Flair storyline where like he finally just says, "Look, I need to get a win, right?"
Oh, we talked about this.
And then McMahon goes, "Okay, fine." No problem, but the next loss you're fired.
Oh, okay. This is like
the Flair storyline.
This is an addition onto our.
But he keeps fighting he fights like no name people now. So now they're starting to build him up.
I think it'd be even better if they have it like where he doesn't win but he doesn't lose. So it's just like no contest. Every match is a no contest.
That's an interesting term, but I feel like I'd rather actually see him start winning.
No.
And then the talent gets more and more difficult as the week goes on.
Yeah, like he has like actual competitive matches.
And then maybe they could actually show McMahon giving him the paycheck. Like, congratulations, here is your paycheck. I'm going to be paying you directly from now on.
No, you know what? I like the idea of him being a lovable loser, though. I don't want him to be a winner just yet because I want the win to be a big one. So I would be like, all of his matches end in no contest, and then like McMahon would be like, well, it's like, well, I didn't lose.
I kind of actually wouldn't even mind McMahon stating like, you beat the guy who I've been trying to build up.
Yeah.
So now you're going to get a reward.
No, like save that to like a really big pay-per-view. Like McMahon just gets tired of it. He's like, you keep slipping by these cracks with these no contests, these fucking double countouts, these double disqualifications. Is like, I can't fire you because you haven't lost. But now I'm going to put you up against Lars Sullivan.
And guess what?
And a steel cage.
In a steel cage, no disqualification.
Yeah.
There needs to be a result.
Yeah. And then, like, that's his win. And he's like, and McMahon's just like, all right.
But I mean, how do you? But see, here's the thing: if you run out of the if you run out of the ring and get disqualified, it's still a loss.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about like double DQs. I'm talking about like no contest. Like,
but how do you get a? I guess if you're both outside of the ring and both get counted out.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like you keep having situations where it's like. Or like like someone runs.
So maybe he's like running around the ring and shit.
Or like like they put him in a match with like Seth Rollins,
right?
And then like and then like
I feel like he could compete with Seth Rollins.
And then Ambrose runs in and beats both of them up, so it's it's just like a no contest.
So he DDTs them both simultaneously. He does a dirty deeds on both of them, and then it's like I can't fault him.
That's double.
I really want to fire him, but I can't.
It's like the ref's like, this is no contest, man.
So that's fine. That's a good way to start it. But then I want it to evolve into like, no. You have to now win.
You have to win.
If you don't win, you don't lose. You lose.
Yeah. No. Like so you eventually put him in a situation where it's like you have to win. And
he says like the talent will get more difficult as the weeks go on.
Yeah. So he's like
this week, your first opponent is going to be. Like, I don't know, fucking Drew Gulak. You know what I mean? Like we'll start you in the 205 lives and we'll work you up. And then like he has to wrestle for the cruiserweight championship. And then he has to wrestle. So like he's like, oh, okay, I got the belt now. Vince, can we just employ me? Is this okay? Can I be a talent? No, because then you're gonna slip back into your old ways. We both know how this goes. I don't have room on my roster for losers.
No. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like if you wanted to build him up and make him like main event talent, that's definitely a storyline you should go. But if you just wanted to do something with him, you could just have him like do a 4-month run where he slits by every other Monday Night Raw with a no contest win until he gets to like Lars Sullivan or Braun Strowman in a Hell in a Cell no disqualification match where he's like, you know what?
Well, you know how... Actually, don't give him a Hell in a Cell. Give him a steel cage because then at least he can win. He could just be faster than Strowman.
Yeah, but like let it be a real match.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, how does Finn Balor look good against Strowman? Is that he outwits him with speed.
Yep.
And we've seen that match. We've seen it work. Yeah. It looks great for both competitors. Yep. Obviously, we know Kurt Hawkins and Strowman can do that.
Sure.
So... I don't see.
I mean,
like, I'm just kind of bored of like the monotony of like, yes, he is going to lose every time. But I liked what Corbin did a few weeks back, where he's like, you know what, Heath, you haven't had a thing here in a while.
Yeah,
you're gonna wrestle Rhino because I got to make some budget cuts. Like I like that kind of thing because that was like a real story.
I mean, that's essentially it's just like the storyline we're talking about with Hawkins is essentially the I've got kids storyline.
Right. Yeah. But I'm saying I like that story.
It was a great story.
If you're not gonna look, not everybody can be the main event.
Yeah, not everyone's gonna be The Rock. Not everyone's gonna be.
It's not. And here's the thing: like there are other mid card stories that are memorable to me, like Raven and the Flock and DDP.
Yeah,
trying
great.
to like take them like wayward kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They had to face him one at a time to get to Raven. Yeah, no, it was genius.
I'm saying like there, and then Jericho in WCW calling out Goldberg every week, even though he's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, no, it was genius.
So like there are things that can be done that maybe won't even lead you to the main event, but it'll lead you somewhere.
It'd be great, yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, like, I just had this idea for Hawkins, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, why? And Ryder is not a guy who sits at home and doesn't think about what I can do to be better.
He can do a lot,
He obviously did and does and cares, and, like, you could tell by his Instagram post, he's getting annoyed now.
Yeah.
He posted, like, this Mattel thing called Zack Ryder's Big Push, where Kane pushed him off in a wheelchair off the stage or something like that. Yeah. And like John Cena stole his girlfriend or whatever. What was that about? I don't think I was watching wrestling at that point. Was he dating Nikki Bella or something like that?
Who
Ryder.
I don't know.
And then like John Cena stole Nikki Bella.
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I can't tell you for sure or not. I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, it's nice to use the talent you have.
You should.
Even if they're, like, I'm not necessarily impressed in where the Seth Rollins Bobby Lashley thing is going to go because there's nothing to fight for.
Sure, it was just not even.
It's like you got in my way. It is a coffee pot feud. It's
kind
absolutely a coffee pot feud.
Kind of, yeah.
It's more like I just want you to not pay attention to Dean Ambrose because obviously there's no main event title for anybody to fight over.
Yep.
So let's just get your attention off him, and then Dean will get another opponent. This is the way we keep it.
Well, I mean,
quote unquote fresh.
Well, yeah. I mean, they basically finished a feud this week when Dean beat him in the main event. It wasn't a bad main event. It's pretty good, but
it's irrelevant to me because I'm fine with Dean winning, and then you transition the storyline to Bobby Lashley. But what's the real reason for it?
Yep.
Like, what has Bobby Lashley got to do with Seth Rollins at this point? And if Bobby Lashley's like, I'm trying to build up some W's and you're in my way,
that's good.
That's look, I need to get management to look at me, so I'm gonna whip your ass. You were the former WWE champion, you were the former IC champion. Seems like somebody who I can really stake my name on and show people I'm not messing around.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. It'd be cool
because everybody wants to see him and Strowman too.
Who? Lashley Strowman,
Lashley Lesnar. Yeah. Like these are the things we want to see. Because why did you even bring Lashley there?
Big guys,
to beat up Sami Zayn? Like, it doesn't matter.
No one cares about that. We want to see him beat people up.
Right. Sure.
Or at least have good matches with people because you can. I mean, the last really great match he had was with Roman Reigns and.
Did you say Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns.
I like that.
Joe Anoa'i. And that was a really great match, and it's a really great match because they looked like they could match up together.
Sure. And then he actually got the win over Roman.
That was great.
He got the loss over Roman.
Yeah. Well,
then that was it for him.
That was it.
As soon as he lost, they were like.
And I was like, I would rather see this feud continue. This feud was actually fun, where Roman's like I don't like you because you're big and I'm the only big guy that's supposed to be in here. All right, this is my yard, and you can't come in here. And I was like, this is actually kind of cool. All right, yeah. It's not like some little guy that Roman can beat up on.
I mean, I feel like it would have just been nice if Roman pulled a little bit of The Rock for half a second. He was like, "Who are you again? What are you? Are you? Oh, you were the guy who represented Donald Trump, America's favorite president, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why can't they snub? What's the point?
No.
It's missed opportunities left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, even Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas missed it last week when they were the one thing that you two have in common is that you both don't have balls, and that would have been mic drop, boom.
That would have been a pop moment.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I know that's attitude error. I know that's but then she just could have brought out a ball, because we got the ball in our court or some bullshit, to make it PG.
Whatever. I mean, it's just
if you knew the comment is coming and you have to worry about censors, then you take it. You literally take, because we got the world in our hands or something. We got the ball in our court, whatever. But I'm saying, if you do the mic drop, you have to cover your ass.
Right.
And I think that the room for the mic drop was there.
They did.
They were like, all right, because Becky would have said it.
Yeah.
Becky's been calling and Natalia's been calling people bitch left and right.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. They don't care. I mean,
you're nothing but two no talent bitches. Blah 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 blah. And then Ronda Rousey's good for nothing bitch or whatever.
Yeah, I'm the bitch. Whatever.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, once in a while you drop the mic. Once in a while you take a risk. You take an opportunity.
You just go for it.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, if I'm Zelina Vega and I'm a new girl, I'm not going to take a risk like that. You know what I mean? Because then they're going to fucking bury her.
Oh, well,
and probably Almas by proxy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to bury her, but they definitely.
I mean, I'm surprised they gave Carmella a fucking match this week.
I am a little surprised too.
Yeah, it's a number one contenders match, which was really good.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that they gave it to Becky again because that's what needs to happen.
Yes.
So. Now it's Rousey versus Banks.
Yes.
It was supposed to be Rousey versus Charlotte though. And then they changed their mind and they're going to save it for Mania, Becky versus Charlotte.
I feel like they should. I thought
No, I'm saying Becky versus Charlotte because Becky versus Charlotte was supposed to happen at Rumble.
Yeah,
and then Becky versus Rousey was going to happen at Mania.
Yes,
now what's going to happen?
I thought
because like if they're giving Becky the title now, that means that Charlotte has something to fight for.
I don't think they should give her the strap. Let me be very honest here. This is my opinion. I don't think they should give her the strap.
Who?
Becky.
Okay.
I think she should keep it on Asuka. I think they should have. I thought the plan was going to be Charlotte versus Rousey 2, right?
Okay. Yeah, same.
To build that heat. But I think instead they wanted
or capitalize on
it. I think what they wanted to do instead was have Sasha be fed to the wolves, like feed Sasha to Rousey.
Well, what happened? Ronda already kind of like cost Charlotte the title and gave it to Asuka at the last pay-per-view, right?
I mean, what I think it is that they just don't want.
So is that it? There's their feud over now?
No,
is it just blown over?
No. I think what they don't want to do is they don't want to have Charlotte lose, right? Because if you have Ronda, Charlotte. Part 2, Charlotte's gonna have to lose.
Well, what's Charlotte gonna do now at Rumble? They just had the number 1 contenders match. She's not in it. Clearly,
I think she's gonna come out and she's gonna screw over
Ronda.
Not Ronda. Screw over
Becky,
and
just keep that feud going for more.
Yeah, and I think what happens is Becky wins this Rumble.
Okay.
Challenges.
Oh right. So wait a minute. They're gonna have a regular match. Becky loses, then they meet each other again in the Rumble,
right?
Which is kind of cool.
And then Becky,
but that's also interesting because, like, what if Sasha wins the title? Then you have Rousey, the baddest bitch, actually in the fucking Rumble.
That could be cool. I mean, I think that what they want is a triple threat match. Because,
like. Bro,
I think they want
Becky versus Rousey for the last 2 in the Rumble is kind of like.
I think what they want is they want a triple threat match for the title, for the women's title at Rumble with at Mania with Becky, Charlotte, Rousey. Yeah, I think that's what they want. I mean, from this course of action.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna, but this is why I say the women's roster is actually small and should not be divided. Yeah, I think it should be one fucking division because then you could just do whatever you want.
That's what I think they want. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to position Becky and Charlotte in a position where they can both go after her.
That would be a fine match. Yeah,
and then that's.
But I wouldn't mind seeing Rousey and Becky at the end of the Rumble.
That would be cool.
Because then you could switch brands, which is essentially what Asuka did. Asuka was on Raw. Then she went to SmackDown because she wanted to face Charlotte. Because she was like, I don't need the women's title on Raw. It's not a challenge for me.
Right.
To take it from Alexa Bliss, I already beat her.
Yeah, I don't want them to take it off of Asuka because she just got the title. And she deserves a push after the way they fucking massacred her.
You kidding? Absolutely. Yeah. I totally agree with you.
I mean, not that what I want ever mattered, but to Vince McMahon or Kevin Dunn. But I think the best play would be to have Becky win, challenge Rousey, and then Charlotte come out and have one of those British Bulldog, Shawn Michaels finishes where it's like
where both win.
Yeah, where they're like,
both hit at the same time.
Yeah. And then Shawn could be
was that British Bulldog and Shawn Michaels? I thought it was Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
No, that was British Bulldog and Shawn Michaels. Whereas that
was 94.
Yeah, whereas Shawn Michaels' feet, both of Michaels' feet touched, but no one saw it. And then they were like, and
because he skinned the cat?
He skinned the cat.
And then they kept the result.
Yeah.
Because they didn't call it that night.
Yeah. And then they were like, he got the...
I mean, nowadays they could just do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's when he faced Bret Hart, I think, and he won the title. The second time.
That happened with Cena and Batista.
Yeah.
And then Vince McMahon fucking got really pissed and ran down to the ring. And then slid in the ring. He did a baseball slide in the ring and then couldn't get up. Do you remember this?
No.
I mean, this is like he was so pissed he did a baseball slide in the ring and then tore both of his ligaments.
Oh my dear God!
And then he couldn't get up.
It's hilarious.
It's sad too.
I mean,
it's also hilarious.
That's a very classic.
But it was kind of like an awesome finish, also.
Yeah,
because nobody fucking saw the shit coming.
Yeah, no one knew what to do. I mean, I think that's what they're gonna do. It
was like photo finish where both of them really
touched,
both touched at the same time. It was supposed to be where where like Batista hits first and then Cena hits and then
Right.
Cena wins because he was the last one technically.
Sure.
I've won Smash Brothers matches like that where like I
Yeah.
beat the guy and then was flying out and I was gonna die but I didn't die so I won.
Yeah, he died first. Yeah, no, yeah. The bomb blows up and you're like both by it, and one goes this way, one goes the other way, but like the other one that's going this way goes faster.
Yeah. So.
You know, I mean, but like, yeah, that's what I think they should do. I hope that's what I hope they're doing.
Look, I'll tell you this much. SmackDown is worth watching. Okay,
It is.
SmackDown's very much worth watching. I mean, even now they're starting to do things with Nakamura,
Sure.
and Rusev because they I don't know how they didn't know by now that Nakamura being in the background saying I'm not going to challenge anybody is not what anybody wanted to see.
No, people like him.
Obviously nobody fucking wanted that.
People like him, right? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you get your talent and use your talent, AEW will not be a challenge for you.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you've got, and like, I think Sasha was also homegrown.
No, Sasha. She
had a fan base on the Indies.
She worked in the Independents. Yeah,
I didn't say she worked on the Independents.
She was.
I never heard of her.
She was known on the Independents. She had a following on the Independents before she jumped. She wasn't like nationally known, but people knew who she was.
I mean, but now at this point, this is what I'm saying, and I think I guess we can talk about NXT. Also, I mean, what do we need to talk about? It's awesome. You've got fucking Gargano now going against Ricochet. That's fucking dope. I don't need to talk about that because like it's just going to be great.
It will be great.
And then you have Black and Ciampa. The story has been laid out, executed well. He even said the heel DIY thing is a one-time thing, which means it's not going to be a one-time thing.
Yes.
You know, which like basically the writing is on the wall for a double turn, like really easily.
Yeah.
Gargano's doing heel like things. His interest is now aligning with Ciampa's interest, kind of, because Ciampa can look out for him and be like, well, if I get Gargano off of my back and onto Ricochet's, I'm gonna help Gargano because I don't want Gargano constantly fucking with me and my title.
No, yeah.
So the writing is kind of on the wall, you know, and then like there was a tag match this week. Nikki Cross lost to Bianca Belair because Cross is coming up.
Yeah, it's a rubber match.
So and she's not like a fucking main eventer, so they're not gonna like protect her. She can come in fresh, and then EC3 versus Adam Cole. EC3 is also coming up. He's been having dark matches on main event and shit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's.
It like I said, it's not worth talking about.
It was a lot of rubber matches, really. But the big thing was the Gargano,
right? Which was great.
Yeah.
I have no problem with these things. Like, there's little that NXT can do wrong at this point. They only have an hour. If they had 2, we'd obviously see Velveteen Dream on there. You know, Velveteen Dream might make a challenge. He might come out. I don't know.
I mean, they would probably have to. They have the U.S. title now.
Yeah, what do they have for Velveteen to do
at
this point? That's a great question.
Yeah, they don't really have a ton of him stuff for him to just do at this point. But like,
I mean, if they've already lined up their matches for NXT Takeover this weekend, then they could start lining up for the challengers coming into the next matches, so they can be like, okay, we're gonna have a fatal 4-way match to determine the winner going against Aleister Black next month, or against for Ricochet's title.
Word.
Going forward for the next month, so they could do like a series of matches. They could do a best of series,
right.
And then it will culminate so it'll be Velveteen Dream versus somebody of comparable wrestling skill.
Yeah,
and then he'll go into he'll be the first one locked into that fatal 4-way match or something like that. That's going to take place at NXT Takeover.
Yeah,
Royal Rumble edition or whatever.
I mean,
or he'll go into the Rumble.
He should. It really cool to see him in Rumble. It just
because maybe that's what they want to do is they're going to keep him quiet and then you can just hear Velveteen Dream, like just the hugest pop. Keep him off TV for a month and then boom.
It just saddens me that I feel like when he comes up, he's just going to end up being Tyler Breeze. They're just going to make him Tyler Breeze.
If there was no AEW.
Yeah.
If riddle me this, Batman, if there was no AEW.
If there's no AEW, he'd definitely be television to get called up.
There's an AEW now. He's popular.
We'll see.
He's very fucking popular.
I agree.
He does not fit a mold. He breaks the mold.
He does break the mold.
He's like Goldust.
He is like
without a fucking parental rights association coming after them for putting homosexual as a category of like eroticism.
Sure.
Yeah. He breaks the mold.
He does
in the right era.
He does.
I don't think they can sleep on this guy now. I don't think they can. I don't think they can afford to. I think they need to capitalize on the talent when they can. If he is selling fucking merchandise and he is popular and everybody likes him, the writing is on the wall. Like you're putting EC3 on the main event and nobody's really asking for EC3. They're asking for Dream.
Yeah.
So there's an AEW now. I'm saying it's changed the game. It's making them have to reevaluate things now.
We'll see. I don't know.
And even Triple H is probably like looking at Vince like going like, we're at war now, dude.
We're
at war.
I doubt.
But Triple H is really in tune with the indies now.
Well, I think he probably is a little bit more wary than
he
Vince
is the talent. He's the guy who looks out for the talent. He's doing what JR did.
Yes.
You know?
Surprisingly. Because like from his history of being like,
Oh, like the guy who pushes everybody back? Yeah, but I'm saying he's doing a better job than JR did.
I think he's grown a lot. Yeah. So,
because JR, and I'll tell you why. Because JR looked out for what Vince wanted. Vince wanted John Cena's.
Yeah.
And he got him Batista, John Cena. He got him the main event of 2010.
Yeah, he got him Lesnar's.
He got him all the shit Vince wants.
Yeah.
The shit that Vince wants and the shit that the fans want are not the same thing at all these days.
No.
They don't care how big you are. They care how well you can put on a match.
Yeah.
If you're big and can wrestle, they love you. If you're small and can wrestle, they love you.
Yeah.
Just as long as you can wrestle together.
Yeah.
We don't want to see squash matches in the main event. We want to see fights at the main event.
I think JR understood wrestling talent, but he was also...
Oh, I'm not taking anything away from JR.
Yeah.
JR got what Vince wanted. He said, I want talent. And what my definition of talent is. Not yours or Triple H's or the Indies or the Marks or anybody. I want you to get me what I want because what I want works.
Yeah, no.
It's proven that it works.
Yeah, he was very... I mean, I think he also understood what talent was in general. He just knew, he's like, all right, I know that this is talent.
Sure.
And it may not be pushed to the top of the card, but like I know that it can carve out its place, which is why he would get like a Tajiri or whatever.
Oh yeah. I mean, like you need little guys to have those David versus Goliath matches.
Where he'd be like, well, that's why he'd be like, Rey Mysterio, you should push.
But was Tajiri ever gonna make it to the world heavyweight? No, obviously not. But I'm saying like, of course, is Kurt Hawkins ever gonna make it to the world heavyweight title?
No.
The chances are very fucking slim. But in AEW, I feel like the sky's the limit, man.
We'll see.
You know,
I mean,
and
we'll
like,
see.
and the other thing is, are they breaking kayfabe, in AEW and just exposing the bullshit that they went through in WWE? Because now they're gonna have a larger platform. They've got a $6 billion fucking platform potentially.
The question is, how smarky do they want to make the product?
Right. How smarky do they want to make it?
Yeah. How smarky do they? I don't know.
I feel like there's a level because ECW was super smarky.
Oh, it was ultra smarky.
It is the smarkiest product that has ever been.
I mean, they also were like wrestling in like gymnasiums. So they're
but they also had a hotline where you can call up and be we'll let you know what the result is.
Yeah, no. I mean, cause the whole idea was like,
and then WCW did the same thing. They were like, we'll let you know what the result is.
No. The whole idea was like, look, we're wrestling in a gymnasium. You guys know that this shit is staged to a certain degree, right? Like we're not the WWE.
They actually talk about it the first time they broke the fourth wall.
Yeah, when
the heels and the faces came to the defense of everybody, and we're like, "Whoa, this is real."
Yeah,
you know, and they like kind of broke the kayfabe.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman actually says it in the ECW documentary. He's like, this is the first time, as far as I can tell, on recorded television,
that someone broke kayfabe.
That we broke the kayfabe and had the heels and the faces kind of like together going, what the fuck?
Yep. Yeah.
And he's like, until this moment, I don't think it's ever done on television.
No. I mean, there was a certain understanding.
And then Vince McMahon was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean that by that point, kayfabe was already starting to die. Kayfabe was dying a very, 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 very like slow death. You know, you had like the Bret Hart.
I don't watch The Walking Dead for the realism, nor do I watch The Real Housewives for the realism.
I mean, and also like ECW was flooded with smarks.
I'm also stating for you. Yes, I don't watch The Walking Dead for how real it can get.
No.
I don't watch Game of Thrones for how real it can get.
No, yeah.
You telling me that the results are predetermined only made me either want to go solidify the fact that I like what the product is, or make me go watch UFC. Yeah. That's all you've done. You've just given me my clear options at this point. If I'm a fucking moron.
No, it really just says, look, okay, kitty gloves are off. This shit is predetermined. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you watch this? Do you watch this because you really think these big sweaty men in colorful tights are like fighting for realsies? Because if you do, then you should go watch
the guy
UFC.
Who's a police officer.
Yeah, like
he's fighting the prisoner. This makes sense to me.
Do you really think the Undertaker is a zombie?
I mean, I'm telling you, wizard? I would not be disappointed if Bray Wyatt started getting real powers and was able to fucking keep a guy down for 3 seconds.
Yeah, no, he's like, do you really think that like Finn Balor turns into a demon? Because hey, like this, I'm just gonna let you know this. He has an Instagram. The demon doesn't have an Instagram. It's just Finn Balor, and he's like snowboarding and shit, and like none of the demon comes out in there. And I think if the demon was real, he'd probably take over the Instagram once or twice and be like, snowboarding, look at this. Like he'd do that once or twice.
Finn didn't want to go here. The demon wanted to go here. Don't you understand? Finn, I'm slowly taking control of your.
It's like, what do you think this is? You think Bret Hart is like, Bret Hart comes out in a hockey, like pseudo hockey gear. He probably plays hockey. He's from Canada. It's kind of a stereotype, but like, do you really think he was a former hockey?
Bret Hart was not being a hockey player, he was a hitman.
Was he a hitman?
Bret the Hitman Hart.
That's because he came out.
But he never hit any man.
But that's a hockey thing because he was like.
Oh, is that the hockey? Is that a hockey thing? Is the hit? I thought he was like just a really pink assassin.
The sharpshooter is like a slap shot. That's what I'm assuming, right?
Wait a minute, you've just exposed me to something I never even fucking knew. That Bret Hart was supposed to be a hockey player the whole time?
I'm guessing.
I thought he was just a hitman because he was a really technical wrestler. And
there's like nothing about those tights that say I'm a contract killer.
You're fucking absolutely right. I was like, all right, he's wearing pink, but he's making it work, man.
I was like, what is he doing? This is not like, it's like Kenny Omega looked more like a contract killer. Like
even though he was very funny.
Yeah, even though he came out with
completely a comedian.
Yeah, came out with like cleaning supplies. I was like, I'm the cleaner.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so
that's another thing. We have yet to see if he's all in. I'm pretty sure he's all in.
I'm pretty sure he's all in. He's probably
he doesn't want to go to WWE.
I mean, money is appealing, but like
Mella is money, bro.
Huh? Mella is definitely money. Money all the way to the bank, baby. I mean, that's the question: is AEW gonna be like kayfabe? What the fuck is kayfabe? I don't know what kayfabe is. Fuck that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So they say they're gonna bring back Pyro. Wins are gonna matter.
Sure.
And it's not gonna be bullshit. So fine. I like this because that means there's going to be a sport-like structure to it.
Yeah.
So that means that if your wins for the year are X and your losses are X and this guy's wins are fucking X1 and his losses are X, then the guy who has X1 is the guy next in line for a champion. Now, the other guy could try to challenge him and be like, well, I can get my win up to X1 by beating you. Wow. Boom. Number one contenders match. That actually makes sense.
Sure.
And that could fucking go all the way up until the pay-per-view if they really want. So they can just shuffle the deck all month long and then be like, all right, so the last episode leading right into the pay-per-view, right now we've got 3 number one contenders for the championship. If they get their wins and losses up, these 3 guys are the guys who are potentially going to go to fight for the All In Wrestling title.
I'm with it.
You know what I mean? It doesn't allow you to promote very well if you do it like that.
Sure.
But at the same time, you know, if the guy is just the number one contender all month long and he just keeps defending all month long, then you can promote it, right?
Yeah.
Because you're in control of the story in that way anyway. Wrestling is predetermined. So you can control if the guy fucking wins and loses.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
if the cleaner is constantly cleaning, then he'll clean his way to the top, baby.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, you know.
We'll see. It just looks interesting. We'll see. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll reserve judgment. That's it. We have to reserve judgment. There's no other way. All right, that was wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the Smark Tank. I'm gonna wish All Elite all the luck in the world because WWE needs competition, like serious competition. I would just say this is my final thought: do not mess up your relationships with the other independent organizations. The thing that made All In special was the fact that you had a culmination of talent from everywhere. That's all I'm going to say. We said that last week. You said that last week.
I did say that
yeah.
last week.
I'm just reiterating it. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Smark Tank. Email us at wearesmarks@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/ILikeSmarks. You can tweet to us at Twitter at ILikeSmarks. And don't forget to check out our friends at the Council of Commentary and the Nation of African American Wrestling. And that's pretty much it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, guys.